All right, all right. We back at it again, baby. Yes, sir. The singing OG is back in effect for another call-in show. All right. We had a nice 5 hours of boxing last night. We had some good boxing, we had some bad boxing, and we had a motherfucking robbery. All right. All right. And we're going to talk about it. All right. And you're going to talk about it. All right. I've been talking all week. Now it's y'all turn to talk. All right. And that's that call in show. All right. Now I just got in here. Hold on. Let me put this banner up here. Okay, there we go. All right, let it roll, baby. All right, now what's going on, everybody? Welcome to KQKC on Boston Network, and this is a call-in show Saturday. All right, now keep in mind I will be on tomorrow and replace a Monday due to my mother is having surgery, so I have to be there on Monday. So I will be on tomorrow morning. Okay, tomorrow morning at 9:30 Central Time. All right. So get yourself ready because the singing OG is I ain't through singing yet. All right. So this is Roll Call, brought to you by none other than Chi-Town Finance, Underground Silo, and Mike 202, baby. All right. Let's get it in, baby. All right. We got Ray Patterson is up in here. Yes, sir. He's talking that shit already. Look at Ray. All right. I heard that Ray, right? I heard that right. Exit to the red. What's going on, baby? Salute to you. All right. There go my man Mike 202 holding it down on the Instagram, on the Twitter, and all social media platforms. All right. Now we also got Bo Hannon up in here. All right, Bo. All right. Salute to you. Yeah, they used to call my Uncle Bo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I know a motherfucker named Bo Mac. All right, we got Vince Williams. What to do, Vince Williams? Yes, sir. Way to shout it out. Yes, sir. Way to tell it like it is. Yes, sir. I saw you. All right. Now, who else we got up in here? Okay. Okay. We got so far we got what 15 up in here. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me to get started. All right. Okay. Now, of course, we had a long night last night. All right. What's going on? Love and Down. What's going on, Mr. Gaddar in here? Mark Stearns. I'm sorry. It's in here. All right. What to do, baby? Yes, sir. What to do? Dale Reed is in here. Yes, sir. I'm back at it again, baby. I'm back at it again. I got 5 hours of boxing in last night. 5 hours. 5 hours of boxing last night. I mean, you can't ask for nothing more. Now, of course, we're gonna talk about the fights. Okay, no, that's far first. Okay. Now, last night, we did have the main event, Valdez and Conceicao. If I'm saying the name right, I don't know, but really don't care. But still, he did put on a performance last night. All right. What's going on? Knockout Boxing 86 TV. All right. Salute to you. All right. He said, hope all is well. Yes, sir. And when you consider all the factors with yesterday Valdez fight, I believe Conceicao was cheated worse than Fox. Yeah. You know what? Because come to find out that one of the judges was Mr. Maurice Suleiman, cousin. Wow, ain't that a bitch? Ooh wee. Boxing is taking a turn for the worse. But I'm not gonna blame it all on boxing. I'm gonna blame it on the WBC. I talked to Drew Titan this morning. And Drew Titan, he boycotted the fight, of course, and but I was pretty much giving him the lowdown, what was going on, and everything, and how the fight went and everything. So, but like he said, you can tell by Valdez's face. I don't want to start off with this, but sometimes it's on the tip of your tongue. You want to say something about it, you just have to. All right, Alvin Davis, and that chat. All right, Mr. AD said, salute to the KQKC Boxing Network. Great call last night. Yes, sir. It was a good call last night. It was a good boxing last night till we got to the main event. All right. Now, first of all, we want to, I want to tap into Flores Jr. for a minute. Okay. Flores Jr. took a good beating last night. Okay. And it was a lot of controversy after the fight. Should they stopped it sooner? Or should the father got too emotional? And sometimes a father and son team don't work out. It don't. Now, Andre Ward was the advisor of Flores Jr. That's why he wasn't sitting in the studio. Conflict of interest. So therefore, he still was giving no commentary at his house. Now, of course, Flores Jr., he's the type of fighter that he's getting older now. And, you rebel against your parents unless you're really dedicated to the boxing. So Flores Jr. wanted to do what he wanted to do last night. He didn't want to listen to his coach, which is his father. Now, of course, his father wanted to stop the fight. But Flores Jr. said, no, don't stop anything. I'm going in there and knock him out. Now, this is when daddy come in and daddy give you the real lowdown. This is what fathers do. All right. Now, Flores Sr. came in and said, hey, look here. Son, you're not about to knock nobody out. Son, let's throw the towel in. All right. Because, son, you're not going to win this fight. Matter of fact, son, I tell you what. Because he said, no, don't stop nothing. So Flores Sr. said, okay, you know what? Just go out there and punch. Let's just win rounds, okay? Why don't you do that? Because you're not going to knock nobody out, son. So that's straight love, tough love for your ass. So I think, and I'm with Tim Brad on this a little bit, maybe he might need to make a change. Because sometimes you don't respect your father enough to say, okay, you know what? You're not right. I'm right. I'm one fighting out there. Motherfuckers got that attitude. Something like Floyd and Junior and Floyd Sr., how they got into it. All right. And you lose respect, like Adrian Broner and Mike Stafford. You tell them motherfuckers shut the fuck up, then okay, you lost all respect. So now, of course, Andre Ward said he's not giving up on the young lad because he can box, but he just don't have no power. So he's going to have to go back and make some adjustments. All right. Now, he's going to have to make a lot of adjustments because he got pieced up last night by Acosta. All right. So it is what it is. So, but, you live and you goddamn learn. And you know what? He's going to learn. So, but, hey, it is what, not Acosta. I'm sorry, Lopez. So he's going to learn. All right, he's going to learn. And Flores Jr., he does have the skills. He had the skill set. He got the fast feet, but no, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. All right, what's going on, Sir King? What's up, PH Big Dog? All right, make sure everybody hit the like button. All right, Underground Silent is in here. Sir Anbo is in here. Yes, sir. His father gave Flores great advice. Yes, he did. He gave him great advice, because if you're going out there looking for the knockout, guess what? You're gonna get knocked out yourself. You never, if you win in the fight, you never look for the knockout. The knockout comes to you. Now I know you saying, well, how did the knockout come to you, can't you? Oh, you'll know. Oh, you would know when the knockout come to you. La D. What's going on, my sister, my queen? All right. Yes, sir. So you let the knockout come to you. So his father, his father gave him advice, and he told him straight up, look, son, you're not finna knock nobody out. Right? Just go out there and let your hands go and trying to win round. We're gonna take round by round. All right. But he couldn't do that because he was out of gas, he was getting beat down, and it was what it was. At first it was a good fight. He looked good, but like I say, he couldn't crack an egg. All right. Like Underground said, he wasn't busting anything. He was looking good and he was moving good, but that's about it. So Andre Ward, who is his advisor, say, hey, you're going to have to go back and regroup. I'm not giving up on the young man. Okay, Andre, don't give up on him then. Okay. If you think it's something there, okay, it's something there. But let's get this straight now. Andre Ward ain't motherfucking word ain't gold now. All right. Let's just get that straight. All right. Because motherfucking can be wrong. All right. So I just want to get that out the way. Now, let's go to Nakatami. Now, knockout boxing is right. As long as he's the taller fighter in that weight class, as long as he got that long reach, as long as he got that long left hand, he's a southpaw. That's difficult. The height is difficult. All right. And he does use his angle very well. That's fucking difficult. Then everybody at that weight class is mostly shorter than him. I wouldn't go nowhere either. So he's going to be dominating for a while. But one day, Oh, one day it's gonna be somebody there. They're gonna get Naki Tommy a goddamn run for his money. Now, of course, he knows how to hide that left hand. Now, he had that left hand very well. He know how to manipulate the situation. All right, let me put it that way. He know how to manipulate the angles. He know how to manipulate that left hand. He hides it very well. Next thing you know, that shit landed right on your face, and that's what he did. Now, of course, Acosta was leaking. He was leaking a lot of blood, and come to find out, his nose was broken. Okay, his nose did get broke in that fight. And what make it so bad? It wasn't the left hand. I watched the rewind. It was the right hand. It was that right jab. He's in a southpaw stance. So his jab hand is the right hand. And that right hand is jab. So that means that Nakatani not only got the height, he got the power. And not only he got the power, he got the reach. And when you got those combinations together in the flyweight division, I mean, damn, you're not stoppable. You know, that means that, hey, can he make it up to featherweight? Yes, he can. Do he want to? Hell no. Because he getting all the accolades, he getting the payday, you know, he's getting everything that, you know, he's supposed to get, you know. Now, okay, Underground, talk to me, Underground. He said, OG, you remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoon, and Bugs Bunny would take off a boxing glove and 4 horseshoes, and the horse fell out. The glove, that's what Flores would need to start getting KOs. Wow. Well, Andre Ward believes in him, so, okay, good luck with that, Andre Ward. Because listen, some people try boxing, and yes, they put them in there with mediocre fighters, and they do good. Well, at least they think they're doing good. But when they meet their match, and which he did last night, because we saw it slowly but surely. Everybody heard it. Well, if they didn't see it, they heard me say it. He's getting bust up. All right. When you start seeing shit like that, okay, now what can you do? What did he do? He used his lateral movement. He tried to pretty much, take him off balance, but he still was walking his ass down. I mean, he was walking from corner to corner. Flores didn't know what to do. He just went corner to corner. That's what it is. All right. What's going on? Cono Loco Sports, my man, my dude, my homie. He's in that. My man. Chat. What's going on Cono Local Sports? Salute to the OG and the LDBC. All right, that's the Lions Den Boston community. If you didn't know, now your ass is no. Yes, sir. But like I was telling Drew Titan this morning, I talked to him about the whole card. But Nakatami, he has a great long distance. Now, let's get to the main event. Okay, I know a lot of people got a lot to say about this main event. All right, now, first of all, Conceicao, when he stepped into that ring, he already won. Okay, he won pretty much morally. Okay, he won morally because, first of all, I don't blame him for taking the fight. That was a big payday for him. That was the first big stage he ever been on. And of course, it's Oscar Valdez that had the pressure. Oscar Valdez did not look good. Timothy Bradley said he did not look good and he didn't look like himself. Why? Because he had shit on his mind. That's because he cheated and got caught, and now everybody in the world know what the fuck he did. Yeah. So, Zulu Lion said, I didn't know until I subscribed to the channel what the LDBC meant. Oh, okay. Okay. You didn't? Okay. All right. All right. You good? All right. Now you know. All right. Now you know. All right. Yes, sir. All right. All right. A lot of people ask me that too. But you ain't the first one. All right. But like I say, Valdez, he won the fight. Let me put it this way. But he lost the fucking war. All right. And I'm going to keep saying that. Because Valdez was looking for a home run last night. He was looking for that big right hand, which he didn't get there. He was fighting with the earmuffs on, got a head tucked down and coming forward. But he was susceptible to an uppercut. And Conceicao was trying to hit him with that uppercut, but he kept on being a little bit short. But Tim Bradley is right. Now, he calling out Shakur Stevenson or Jamel Harrington winning. Either one of those guys can beat Valdez. Now, this is not my words. This is formerly top-ranked fighter Tim Bradley words, Andre Ward words. Because, see, we know by last night that you can pick Valdez apart where? From the outside. From the outside. And that's what Conceicao was doing. Now, of course, I missed this. I don't know how I missed it, but they took a point away from Conceicao. They took a point for him tapping him on the head, but he just was tapping on the head to tell him, okay, okay, let go. All right, when they clench. So he's saying, okay, get off. All right, let's break it up. But they took a point away. That should have sold you right there. That's a red flag right there. That, okay, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to win this fight. But he did win it. All right. He showed that hard work, dedication, and doing that extra mile, doing that extra push up is better than shooting shit up your ass or taking shit that you aren't supposed to be taking. That what got him through that fight. Because either way it go, he showed everybody. Because Oscar Valdez, he had a notion to come in there and knock him out first round, second round. All right. This is when cherry picks go wrong. All right. Now remember, Conceicao ain't ranked number 1. He is not ranked number 3. He is not ranked number 5. He's not even ranked in the top 10, people. Now, what do that say about a PED user? Yes, he is one. He's a documented PED user. So what do that tell you? And then you don't have to say anything. Just look at his face. Look at his face and look at Conceicao face. So now, Drew Titan went on and asked me this morning. He said, well, KQ, let me ask you this. Did Andre Ward or Tim Bradley, did they mention anything about the PED use? I said, did they mention it? Man, they stayed on that subject all night. I was on this bitch for 4 hours and 57 minutes, all right? And every time they mentioned that, all right? They mentioned it every time. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know ESPN telling them, you know what? Drive that bitch home, all right? Because we don't need to lose no more money. I don't know, and I really don't care. But the point is, they made it work. They said what they had to say, and like Tim Bradley said, he should have boycotted this fight. But of course, with contracts and shit like they probably would have got fired. But still, he went on and he, pretty much said what he said, and he stand on it, and he stood tall on it last night. Andre Ward stood tall on it last night, even though he had Valdez winning by 1 point. I don't know what the fuck he was looking at, but he was at home, so of course you can't see everything. But still, but don't get too excited. Don't get too excited, because what's going to happen is that they're going to still turn out to be that company man next week. They still going to be that second black little motherfucking rascal in line as Timothy Bradley. So, don't get it twisted. All right. Now, of course, I don't know they had instructions to say that shit, but I understand Bradley. I understand where he coming from. He worked hard. He did what he had to do. And when he was fighting, he went that extra mile. He did that extra push-up. And he called Vada when he wasn't for sure what he was putting in his goddamn body. And like he said, I said, and everybody else said, if you know the shit ain't good for you, why take it? That's just like a drug addict. You know what drugs going to do to you. They're going to kill your brain cells. They're going to fry your fucking brain and shit like that. But you're going to still take the shit anyway? Okay. It is what it is, people. Now, at the end of the fight, did you see Oscar Valdez's face? Did you see Eddie Reynoso's face? Did you see Canelo's face? They knew he lost that fight. But of course, you got Maurice Suleiman, cousin, judging the fight. So, he got the nod. I mean, it is what it is. What's going on, Zulu? What's going on with you, baby? All right. So, I mean, it is what it is, but it was a good, fun fight of boxing. And the main event wasn't too bad, because I'm glad that Conceicao came out and performed like he did. All right, now let's get to Zetas. All right, we come back to that. All right, or you can call in and talk about that. Okay, now let's get to Zetas. He's 19 years old. and he was boxing his ass off last night. Now he has the height, he has the reach, advantage, and he know how to establish distance very well, and that's what he did last night. He know how to use his angles very well, and that's what he did last night. He put on a show. Matter of fact, everybody stepped in that ring last night that was the not underdog, but the A side. Let me put it that way. They performed like they should have. Of course, Oscar Valdez was the favorite, but still, like I said, he won, but he lost the war. So, but it is what it is now. Now, this is the thing about this now. A lot of people been asking about Jim Lampley. All right. I'm just giving y'all something if y'all want to talk about when you call. All right. Everybody asking about Jim Lampley. First of all, where the fuck Jim Lampley been? Jim Lampley know goddamn well what Triller is. Now, the question is Triller good for boxing? And this is what Jim Lampley is thinking. Is Triller good for boxing? I say, no, they're not. Because either you're going to be a concert or you're going to be a boxing platform. You can't mix the two because the two don't have nothing to do with each other. All right. Now, you want to play some music and shit when a motherfucking fighter walk in. Okay, I get that. But, in between fights, beside them talking. So you motherfucking bring a rock band out there. I mean, that don't hold water with me. And Jim Lampley's, he pretty much said, look, I'm not coming because I thought it was a boxing platform. I'm like, where the fuck you been? I mean, Triller been doing this shit for a while now. So it is what it is, people. So I mean, it was, sometimes you got to pretty much look into what you're doing. Now, Triller, no, I ain't paying no $50 to watch that damn Evander Holyfield fight. Evander Holyfield down there 60 years old. He didn't know what he was doing when he got out there. And I get it because he took a lot of blows to the head. He got a couple ears bit off. I mean, he took a lot of punishment in his career. And that's why his speech is real slow now. So that's what it is. All right. Now, let's get back to Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley, and this is what I'm saying too. And I think Drew agreed with me. 78, he agreed with me that, listen, the WBC, you're going to have to pick one. You can't sit there and put VADA and tie it into WADA. You can't be with that in and out competition. Now, if you're going to be that way, then you stick to one. Don't sit there and compare WADA and VADA all together. Just pick one. And stop trying to always bail somebody out, because that's what they did last night. They bailed Oscar Valdez out from an ass whooping and a loss. What's up, Kenny Peach? What's going on with you? All right. So that's what happened. What's going on? Masusa Musa lifestyle. What's happening, baby? So I mean, it is what it is, people. I mean, sure, it wasn't a lot of people in there like I thought it would be, because a lot of people boycotted that fight last night. All right. But still, and all in all, it was a good card. Everybody stepped up to the plate last night in hot ass Arizona, because it was 100-something degrees. Then it dropped down to 98 at night. Ain't that a bitch, right? But still, I think it was a good card. Top rank. I give them credit. They did let the younger guys shine last night. That's a good thing. Now, one thing about it, Valdez, by me looking at him last night, he's kind of overhyped. He's a pressure fighter that likes to bang at the body. But I noticed one thing. He one of them reset fighters. All right. Now, every time Conceicao moved, he couldn't punch. He had to reset again, put the earmuffs on, and then come forward. Same way. He moved again. Now, let me tell you something, what they're saying. All right. And did the crowd boo Valdez at all? Well, yeah. Because at the end of the fight, they was like, wait a minute, hold on. Because when they heard the announcement, and of course, he got his little group there, the Hispanic group, so they cheering him on. But he wasn't smiling when they announced him as the winner. They hopped him up and all that. But Eddie Ronaldo, he wasn't smiling either. Because they knew he got beat. They knew he got beat. Look at his face. And those come from jabs. Conceicao has a hellified jab. And I'm not talking about one jab. He's throwing jabs in combination. He's throwing 1, 2, 3 pieces at a time. Then he come back and throw another 3 pieces at a time. Then guess what? Everything come behind the jab, right? Then here come the right hand, right on the top of the forehead of Oscar Valdez. That's why his shit was all red on one side and all red and cut on the other. Then he had bumps all in between. Now, just saying. Just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just a messenger. All right. I'm just telling you what I saw. All right. And that's what it was. Now, it wasn't no celebration in his dressing room. Everybody came up to him from top rank or from that card, like Zetas. I saw him coming there and gave him a hug, like, like it was a funeral. It looked like a funeral. Now, that's word that Drew Titan used this morning. He said, what I saw, it looked like it was a funeral in his dressing room. Yeah, it was. Because he's got his ass whooped and he got a free ride and he won. That's what it was. See, that's what I mean. This was a cherry pick. This was somebody that he had to go to his hometown that he cherry picked so he can make his first defense and make sure he don't lose. But he picked a gold medalist. He picked a guy that pretty much showed him how to box. And that's what he did. Shit. So that's what it looked like. It looked like they was at a motherfucking funeral. I'm sorry. Something had to be done about that cheating these fighters. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am, my queen. Because, see, like I said last night, I still believe in boxing. I still believe there's more clean fighters than dirty fighters out there. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to own that shit. All right. But the dirty fighters, I think if you're going to hold a belt, your ass should be tested 24/7. Hell, you at motherfucking Charlo house every goddamn morning. This is what I hear. Every morning, Vada was there knocking on the door. Come on now. Shit. I mean, if you're going to be fair to one, you got to be fair to all, baby. Shit. So, that's what it is, so, but like I say, hard work, dedication, always trump cheating motherfuckers. And now I know Oscar Valdez said, well, damn, I should have took 2 of them damn pills, or I should have shot my ass up twice. All right. Because whatever he did wasn't good enough last night. Now he was missing all day long. Now, Conceicao had his hands down by his waist, looking that way and throwing a jab like that, right on the full. He gave him a boxing lesson, put it that way. Now, this is Andre Ward, reason why he had Valdez up by a point winning. He believes that Conceicao blew his lead. Why? Because he was showboating. He was showboating and he didn't have the aggressiveness that he had in the first 3 or 4 rounds. Because you all was right. You all was right. The ones that had Conceicao up by 3 rounds to nothing, you all was right. Because Andre Ward had the same thing. He said, I had him winning the first 4 rounds. And then he blew it by showboating. He blew it by showing not that aggressiveness like before. But Oscar Valdez, he was serious the whole fight. But, otherwise he's trying to say he was playing around too goddamn much. And that's what I keep telling these fighters. Stop fucking around, all right? That shit was cool when Floyd and Adrian Broner was doing that shit. But now, no. A lot of judges is getting like the Olympics now. They don't like all that showboating now. All right, go in there and be serious and whoop some ass and go home. And that's what Conceicao did. All right, they hauled him up and he's smiling and shaking his head like, yeah, I knew it. Because, and once again, that old 117, that 110 shit, all right? For some reason, they love to put that damn score up there all the damn time. Now, Gravy David says, sorry, but War was right. Okay, Gravy David. Okay, hey, yeah, you know how we run this channel, all right? You got your own opinion, all right? And I respect that. So yeah, Ward might have been right because Conceicao, there's no reason why he had to do that wind up shit. And look, go in there and win the fight first. You can celebrate after that, But Ward said, he was showboating and he wasn't aggressive enough like he was in the first 4 rounds. So there you go. So 7-1 first 8 rounds, war 77-76. Okay, I feel you. Sir, and both, but all eyes was on that fight last night. All eyes was on that fight last night, and I'm gonna tell you, Oscar Valdez came out on the ugly side of that fight. Now, of course, like I said, they wasn't cheering. They wasn't in the corner taking pictures. Uh, you know, they weren't doing none of that shit. All right, they weren't doing none of that, and I wonder why. I wonder why. Now, Master Musa said, like Sal said, I had a 9-3. Okay, talk to me. He said I had a 9-3 in the new, but hey, yeah, he should have just beat him on down and stopped him, because they was looking for any reason to rob him, and they did exactly. That's why the point was taken for tapping him on the head, and of course, Oscar Valdez, he played to it. All right, he played to it. He was like, okay. Hey, but he was trying to tell him, get away, get away, so they robbed him. They robbed him. Now, Blue Blood said that it's the worst robbery than Mikael Fox. Now, of course, it might have been. But when you add in that Maurice Suleiman cousin is judging, I mean, come on. You're on the Mexican border. And of course, WBC is where? Located in Mexico. Okay. So all these border states like Texas and Arizona, you got a lot of Hispanics right there on the tip. All right. Now, they're Americans, but they're right there on the tip of Mexico. So San Diego, too. All right. It's California. So those are border states. So, but all in all, it was a good fight. Now, okay, now let me change directions for a minute. Okay. Now, what's going on? Exit red. Okay, I already saw you. 2 punches from Valdez after and only a warning. Yeah, yes. Now Valdez was hit behind the head, but they didn't say shit about that. Yes, sir. 117 and 110. I always see that score. Don't know why they always pick that shit. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. But let's get to this real fast. Then I'm gonna open the phone lines up. All right. Now, Bob Arum. Now he might be lying, but then again, sound like he lying. Everybody's on board with the Porter fight, he said. Only one person is not on board. Now, guess who that is? I wonder who that is. I wonder who is the holdup. All right. Now, I always say blame Bob, but you can't blame Bob on this one. All right. You're going to have to blame who? Terrence Crawford. He said Terrence Crawford haven't signed his part yet. Everybody else have signed and ready to go. But Terrence Crawford haven't signed yet. Why, T? Why, Bud? Why? Why you not signing? You ain't fought in a long motherfucking time. I mean, don't you want that money? Because you don't fight, you don't get paid. Hello? Shit. Yes, Canelo was there. Yes, sir. Yeah, Bob is lying, probably. Yes. See, that's the thing about a lot. You can't sit there and believe shit Bob say. Now, he might be lying or he might be telling the truth. But shit, you don't know. You don't know, because him and Eddie Hearn, they're the biggest liars I ever seen. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, hey, but, I'm going to go ahead and open the phone lines up and y'all can speak your mind, all right? Yeah, absolutely no respect. Yeah, so y'all go ahead and speak your mind. Let me go ahead and do this. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Okay, hold on 1 second. Last week he got hung. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, he got hung last time. All right, there we go. All right, hold on. Let me put the phone up here. Okay, and there we go. All right, you can call in anytime you get ready. And if you have anything to say about anything in sport of boxing, you're welcome to say it. All right. So, but again, I'm gonna keep going while y'all discuss whatever y'all call in or whatever. All right. Now, of course, like I say, Tim Bradley and Andre Ward, they stepped up last night, and I'm very shocked though, especially from Tim Bradley. And I didn't even fuck with him last night. I usually do, but I didn't this time because they was saying the right thing, and they was right on the money, and they was 100% correct. And now I don't know what's that ESPN doing or what, because I can't see them just all of a sudden gonna speak out on that. All right, okay, we got one call coming in. Yes, sir. Talk to the singing OG, baby.
It's your brother Sarum Khan in the building.
Who is this?
And OG, I'm gonna be brief. This is your brother Sarum Khan. I'm about to super chat you in a second too.
Okay.
Felt like the Don King days last night, didn't it?
Yeah.
You got a guy pumping the jag, and I totally disagree with Ward and Bradley towards the end because Ward. And this is the funny thing, they put his scorecard on the television, and it shows that he didn't give the first 4 or 5 rounds to Hobson. He had most of those from Valdez. So I don't know what fight he was watching and commentating and talking about during that fight. They keep saying running. You see none of that from Hobson. Hobson will move out the way of the punches. In fact, he stalked Valdez around the ring for a good portion of the night. So it makes no sense to me.
That's what I was saying. Right. He was doing a lot of lateral movement, but he was jabbing at the same time. That's what I understand. Yeah.
And they keep disrespecting good fighters like that. And when you do, you have to remember why we left boxing. It was right after the Holyfield versus Lennox fight when Holyfield didn't throw a punch for the whole round, and they gave him a round.
Wow.
If you Don King boxing and respected Don King because he would at least get the fighters paid. If I'm gonna lose, at least give me a mill.
Right.
Bob Arum nonsense. If you're gonna do that to boxing, expect fans to start to flip over to the other sports, and that is that's what's damaging boxing.
Okay.
That's the problem. And I'm gonna end it at that. I'm about to hit you with a super chat.
Okay, appreciate the call, my brother. All right, thank you. All right, good call. Yes, sir. All right, I appreciate you. All right, that's a good call. He's right. I mean, a lot of these guys is not watching the fight. And then again, like I was saying last night, sometimes punches look like they landing, but they're not landing. All right, they catching them on the gloves. It's some land and it look like they don't land. All right, but it's just, but it's hard to fight against the machine. Let me put it that way, the machine. All right, because you're gonna have to do everything right. But that's still not enough because the odds was against Conceicao coming in there. He won already by taking the fight. He won already by winning because I had him up 3-0. Now I did have the 4th round going to Valdez. I think he stole it in the last minute of the round by coming in and throwing the body shots. Now, it's one thing I will say that Timothy Bradley, he was trying to, save face a little bit because he said Valdez body shots was doing a lot of damage. I don't think so. Because when he was throwing the body shots, Valdez it was going on the cup, on the top of the cup, because the cup is like that, about that thick on the waist. And he was throwing right there, a little low, but not too low, but it caught him right down the cup. Now, it does hurt when you keep getting hit there on the hip, but Conceicao was always counter punching. He was always counter punching, and that would pretty much gave him a couple rounds and more. I don't know what they was looking at. I think he won that fight, and I think he won more rounds than they gave him. But we know how it is, all right? And like I say, and I'm not exaggerating, all right? I'm not exaggerating, all right? I think that Valdez, Enriquez, and Canelo Alvarez, I think both of them know that he lost, all right? I really believe that because Canelo was in the dressing room after the fight telling Valdez that he should have banged that. Canelo always want to give somebody instructions to go down to the body and tell him he should have did this, should have did that. while Valdez's face looked like a goddamn a whole piece of from motherfucker. What's up? Oh, come on. And that chat. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. KQKC, the people's favorite OG. Much love from Baltimore. Be more in the house. Keep bringing that fire. You know that, baby. I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going to keep on talking about shit. All right. We got also M. Carr. Yes, sir. And that chat. Yes, sir. What's going on, Arthur? He said, if you sell a crowd like that, the other fighter will lose even if he beats you up. Yep. Yep. You know, but see, that's the funny thing about this. When he lost, they weren't cheering like off the rafters. They weren't standing up in their chair like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he had his little section right there, you know, but like I say, you know, this ain't all Hispanics, okay? Because this ain't David Benavidez. This ain't Mikey Garcia. You know, those guys are not important to the WBC. The WBC is with Canelo with the money, and Andy Ruiz and all them guys. They got with the money man. All right. Okay, we got another call. All right. All right. Talk to me. 401. What's going on, baby?
It's your brother Bruce Gozo, G. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Bruce? How you feel, baby? What's happening?
I'm feeling great, bro. Hey, man, I watched the fights last night, and
okay.
You know, I thought the first fight that I saw, Lopez and Flores Jr. That was a slaughter. I mean, I was expecting more from Flores Jr.
Yeah, it was.
His father didn't stop that fight. That was a beatdown.
Yes, it was.
That was
a
serious beatdown, man.
Yes, it was.
And the main event, man, you know, Valdez and I was in Conceicao.
Yeah, Conceicao. I call him Conceicao. Yeah,
You know, I thought that was a close fight.
Yes,
but I just didn't think that Valdez. You know, I thought Valdez did enough to keep the title, and Conceicao, he was just clowning around too much, man. He's in hostile territory.
Mm-hmm.
He's dancing around. He's just playing games, and he doesn't realize he's a challenger in the champion's backyard trying to take a title, and he just didn't prove that. You know, I've seen that many times in boxing.
Right.
You come to the champ's backyard. You gotta show up and show out, brother.
Yeah, you gotta be serious about it. Exactly. And you know what? That's what Andre Ward alluded to, and Tim Bradley. They alluded to that. You know, he didn't have that same energy going in later rounds. He started playing around. He wasn't showing that aggressiveness. But Valdez kept it straight, seriously, and to business all the way through. So that's how he looked at it. You know. So yeah, you're right. You're exactly right.
Well, the whole thing, OG, man, I don't think that fight should have went on. I don't think it was a satisfactory a way for boxing to continue. And you know, you're found with a banned substance. You know, you're banned. I think your title should be stripped. I think you should be fined heavily. Well, I just don't think that fight should have taken place last night. It did. You know, I'm a boxing junkie, and I watched it, and it was what it is. And now, if we can talk about tonight's fight with Evander Holyfield,
right,
and Belfort. Now, to me, that's a shame on boxing right there. You know, this man's 58 years old.
There you go.
I got 10 years on him, and I'm not. You know, I know what it's like for a 58 years old to get in the ring. So if I was 48, I might be able to kick Beltran's ass. But 58, that's too much, man. I can't think of another boxer in my life I've ever seen 58 years old go in the ring and compete.
Right, he looked like it in the media workout, and that's why Bob Arum spoke out against that, because he need more than just the overall check, blood pressure and temperature. He need to go to like the Mayo Clinic or something like that and get checked over, because his speech is slurred. That comes from a lot of punches he took over time. I'm talking about from Mike Tyson and everybody. And I just don't think he should have got cleared to fight. I mean, he's 60 years old. He was lost in that ring during the media workout. He was lost. It's like he didn't even know how to throw a left jab. So I mean, damn. That's sometimes.
Well, the thing I can see about it, my brother, is that boxing is in such a hole right now. We're bringing out these names from the past. We're pulling them out of their graves, basically, and we're going to buy that as a legitimate fight. Not this character, brother.
No.
I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to pay a nickel for it. And I just hope Evander Holyfield doesn't get hurt.
Well, see, that's the whole thing we worried about, and fans are worried about that. And that's boxing and boxing 24. You know, the fans are worried that Holyfield might just get hit with something. It's nothing too hard, but who says that his brain can take it? You know, your brain ain't meant to get hit in the first place. But he been through a lot. You know, I mean, cruiserweight. He was a motherfucking cruiserweight. Then he went to heavyweight, and he still was a force to be reckoned with at cruise and heavyweight. So I mean. Now you're getting right back in there, man. So, and then they asked him questions on the stage, and he didn't even know how to answer them. You know, they said, "Well, what's your game plan?" This and that. He said, "Well, yeah,
you know, we used to call it punch drunk. It's like almost every old boxer had that, but now we're a little more advanced. We know it's a CTE.
Right.
You know, it's a brain. It's an injury of the brain, and it's just sad that these guys are continuing to fight like that. I mean, I wish to God that I had enough money to buy a big compound where these ex-boxers could come and live. You know. Yeah. My heart goes out to them, and I know that's the way they make a living. They're not going to beg anybody on the corner. And you know, Evander Holyfield, he lived the high life. He's got a dozen kids out there.
Right.
He's got everything else, and he had bad financial advice.
Exactly.
So, what can somebody like me say to that guy who's got the reputation to make money? Who's going to make the money?
Right.
I just pray to God that he doesn't hurt himself, man. I really do, man. Because Evander Holyfield, like you said, one of the greatest boxers of our time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep. You get that right.
AOG, man, I don't want to take up the time. I know it's 3 minutes. I should have been cut off already, my brother.
No, okay. You're all right.
You keep drinking that water, bro. You're looking good today. You keep drinking that water. Stay hydrated.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, my brother. God bless the chat.
All right. Thanks for the call, Bruce. All right. Peace. You know what? He's right. You know, see, Evander Holyfield, he had a lot of financial problems in Atlanta. He lost his house. He lost both his houses. He had a house that he didn't even stay in yet, and then he lost it. Then he have, I think he got like 12 kids. 12 kids. He had a son that's boxing, and no, it didn't work out. And you know, so he went through a lot of financial troubles. Now he don't have a lot of money, and Mike Tyson did too. But Mike Tyson rejuvenated himself back when he had that HBO special. Then that's when he took back off. Don King pretty much took both their money. As a matter of fact, Bob Arum said that Donald Trump owed him and Holyfield $2 million. They got ripped off with some kind of scam or something. So, all right, we got another call. Man, it's jumping off the hotline, baby. All right, we got 314, baby. Talk to me. This is a singing OG, baby.
KQKC. Gravy David right down the street, baby.
Hey, what's up, Gravy David? My man. What's happening?
I can't kill nothing more than die.
That 314. Is that by Peoria somewhere up in there?
Nah, I'm down there right where the Missouri running.
That's right, St. Louis. That's right, St. Louis. I knew that area code. Money Brown 314. Okay, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about the fight last night, man. I agree with Ward. Andre Ward, he pretty much, you know, laid it out honestly, you know. He too much showboating was going on too early. Maybe if he had eased up a little bit and saved himself a little bit around the 10th, 8th, 9th, 10th round, you know, he would have been successful. But he was letting Oscar Valdez get off a little bit too much in the middle rounds. But first 4 or 5 rounds, he was looking good.
Yes, he was.
And yeah, but I streamed that shit, man. I wasn't paying for it. I canceled my ESPN.
Okay.
When they sanctioned the fight. Said,
right.
Nah, I ain't paying for it.
Okay.
You know, but yeah. But that's all. I wanted to holler at you, man. I ain't called you in a minute. So
man, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad to hear your voice, man. Yes, sir. You doing okay, man?
Oh yeah, man. You know, old man keeping the lights on, you know.
I heard that. Yes, sir, man. I know how you feel, baby. But you know what? Let's get right back to the fight just for 1 minute. Yes, Conceicao had control of the fight, right? Let's just say the first 3 rounds, and he knew he had control of the fight. But what I think was that he knew he had control of the fight, then he got a little too comfortable. He got a little bit showboating in him, and and then he wanted everybody to know he had control. But Valdez, he wasn't laughing, he wasn't joking, he was just trying to come straight forward, all serious, and he started banging the body. Now he did miss a lot of punches up top, right? Overhead rights, overhead lefts. Conceicao pretty much was using lateral movement and got under those punches, But the showboating, just win the fight. That's what That's what I say. Just win the fight, and then celebrate afterward, or whatever. Or when he started doing a lot of clinching, that shows that fatigue was setting in, or he thought he had the fight won. Now, like you say, when you in your own backyard, when you're in your opponent backyard, you got to stay on his ass to that last second of the fight. That's what you got to do. Yep. So.
Yeah, and the referee helped him out.
That too. Yeah, you know what? Yes, right. Because that's all he was doing. He's trying to tell him, okay, let's break it up. All right, come on. Let's break it up, ourselves. But Valdez, he complaining like, what is that? What is that? What is that? So I mean, it is what it is, baby. He shouldn't he shouldn't have been in there anyway, but it is what it is. So but hey.
See Bradley, he left his biscuits in the dressing room, I guess.
He was there, you ain't lying.
He checked Mark Kriegel.
Oh man, did he? Yes, he did.
He checked him, man.
Yeah. Wow.
But I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I just wanted to holler peace to the chat.
Yes, sir. Peace to you, my brother. Yes, sir.
Right.
All right.
Have a good one, KQ.
Yes, sir. You too. And nice talking to you, brother. All right.
You too, bro.
Okay. Peace. All right. That's Timothy. I mean, that's Gravy David, baby, with a good call. And like you said, Tony Bradley, he was checking Mark Kriegel. Because Mark Kriegel, he's that type of ES News type person, right? What he does is he don't ask the hard questions. He asks the what if questions. All right. No, I don't want the what if questions. Ask the damn hard questions. Listen, we know you say you're a clean fighter, but how did it get in your system? See, that's what he should have asked. All right. You know how they do the little face to face and shit they were showing between fights. No. How did it get in your system? All right. Now, of course, DNA. Then DNA is never wrong. All right. I mean, it's impossible. 1 billion to 1. All right. Well, okay. Well, if you said you never been in her house, then how your fingerprints or blood was in her bathroom? And it's 80 to 1 that is more likely to be you. Okay. How you explain that shit? You can't get around that. So you have to own up to it. So it is what it is. I mean, but Mark Kriegel, he don't ask the hard questions. I would have. Me, I would have. No. That sound good, Oscar. That sound good. But you talking to the wrong motherfucker. I ain't Elliot. I ain't no ES News. Listen, how I got in your system, dude? Somebody put it there. Somebody shot your ass with some damn steroid. He said, I don't know. But you said it was a T, and then you changed your mind. Why you change your mind? Okay, you don't remember taking it. Then how you got in your system then? Well, I don't know how I got in it. Well, hey, follow your tracks. Go back. Yeah. Then he gonna skip over that part when he go back. I mean, come on, man. Ain't nobody no damn dummy. No one minded Jorge Paez, Macho, Camacho, Sugar Ray, Aaron Pryor, and Floyd White, and Chocolate Showboating. No, they didn't. See, that was different times. You see, that's why Floyd Mayweather got the bronze medal. He was showboating. And we know in the Olympics, there's no showboating. All right. They don't like that shit. because the Olympics is based on relationships. They're based on making friends with different countries and stuff like that. And they're trying to teach the young amateurs about sportsmanship. Okay, now you got some judges don't like that in the pros. They don't like a show off. They don't like a person that's winning and rubbing in your face. They just don't like that. Now Floyd, he does that shit and he gets away with it. But with Conceicao last night, he was losing rounds as he was showboating. But you got to throw something. But he was throwing. End of the day, he did make some mistakes, but he still won the goddamn fight, I say. But it doesn't change anything, him showboating, but that's Andre Ward. That's Andre Ward for you. Like I told everybody, don't get too excited, because Andre Ward, he talking that shit now. But he's still going to ride that fence. He leaning over this way for us, but he going to lean back over that way come Monday morning. Trust me on this shit. All right. And Timothy Bradley, they're going to probably say, hey, man, look here. You're going to have to shut the fuck up about these PEDs. All right. We trying to let this shit go away. But I ain't going to let it go away. All right. And he did mention what I mentioned about the hair follicles. All right. And he mentioned that. And, we've been over this shit once, twice, 3 times with motherfucking lady. We've been over this so many times. But Canelo, he's going to do it. All right. But like I say, he's doing it, but he ain't going to do it like, okay, you can check, because hair follicles, you can go back more than 2 years. 2 years. So, it is what it is. What's going on, D? What's going on, my sister? She said, Ward should not have said that. Beating is not supposed to be used against a fighter who is clearly winning. No, because that's not a point deduction. All right, you shouldn't hold a fighter responsible for showboating. You can showboat. There's no law against that. There's no point should be taken away. He ain't hit behind the head or anything like that. What's going on, Peter Varner? What's going on, baby? All right. Well, but he's trying to. All right. We got another call. Tim Brennan looked like he was on. Yep. All right. Okay, we got 214. Talk to me, 214.
Hey, 704 Joe, Dallas, Texas, home of the welterweight champion of the world, Earl Spence.
Hey, what's going on? 704 Joe. Man, where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a while. What's happening?
I go back and forth. It's like watching cable, man. I go to you, I go to 7-8, I go to such and such, and I just go around, man.
I heard that, baby.
Around.
Okay, I heard that, baby. At least you keep it in the family. All right. What's going on? Yes, sir.
Man, Holyfield, this situation with Holyfield, man. First of all, I don't like these people and kicking and joking about this man. This man gave us 20 years, man. 20 years.
Right.
The Hall of Fame fighter. We know he loves sport, but we know why he's fighting, man.
Yeah.
He needs the money, man.
Yep.
He needs the money.
Yep.
I just don't like people and kicking about this man, because man, he gave us 20 years. He's a Hall of Fame fighter, man, and we owe him more respect than that, man. He needs the money.
Right.
The situation with his health, man. Hey, he wasn't the first. We used to watch Joe Louis. He had to wrestle, man.
Yeah.
He had to wrestle, man.
Yeah. Mama Ali had to do exhibitions and shit. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the first time. We're not gonna laugh about his age. Yeah, he's 60, man. He's 60-year-old that need money. I'm almost 60, man. And I still get up and go to work. People might laugh at the job I got, but I got to get up and do it, man.
That's right. That's right.
So, laugh and think about the punishment this man's taking, man. Not just fights, okay? Hundreds and hundreds of rounds sparring. We forget about the sparring, man.
Wow. Yeah.
Hundreds of rounds sparring, man.
Yeah.
Sparring.
Yeah.
And one more thing on the money situation. I just want to say this: when him and Tyson had their thing in the '90s, man, late '80s, early '90s,
right?
I was late after Tyson got out of prison. I was with Tyson.
Okay.
But to be honest, Holyfield got the short end of the stick.
Okay.
He was the good guy.
Right.
He was the clean guy.
Right.
He was the one who went to church.
Right.
Now, he can't get an endorsement. He can't get help. And Tyson, all of a sudden, he's the good guy. He get all the endorsements, all the money, all the attention.
Exactly.
And we forget about that, man, because Holyfield, you could tell These are good people, man. Mike's good people too, but Holyfield got the short end of that stick, man, when it comes to the assistance of the public, so-called corporate America, man.
Yeah.
He was a church dude, Casey. He was a church dude.
Right.
Remember? He was the good guy.
Yep. He always was quiet, laid back, and when Mike Tyson bit his ear off, he could have did worse things than what he could have done. He could have sued him or whatever, so I mean, he's laid back and he was a good fighter, a good cruiserweight, good heavyweight, and you're right, he did go through some financial issues with the kids and the houses and everything, and you're right, he does need some money. He is 60 years old. I mean, it's nothing funny about that, but sometimes you gotta do what you know how to do, and go ahead.
It was funny because like America turned on him. He fought in the Olympics for your country.
Yep.
He went and endorsed your church, your police department, your fire department.
Right.
He did all of this. And now he's out in the cold. But Mike, he got marijuana factories, podcasts, endorsements, movies.
Yep.
He went to prison.
Yep.
Holyfield didn't go to prison.
Right.
Did somebody else?
Yep.
Holyfield didn't do that. And I was back then I was a Mike Tyson supporter. Man, just let's stop laughing at this man. The man just needs some money. It's not ego. You know he's not a heavyweight boxer anymore.
Right.
But let's treat this man with respect, man. That's all I got to say, man.
Okay. I heard that, baby. Yes, sir. All right. I appreciate the call, man. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Thanks. All right. Yes, sir. Okay. He's speaking facts about Holyfield, which is a former good fighter, and sometimes, fighters need money, and they are making the type of money these guys are making today. Which is, okay. Some guys back then, they invested well and they got money and they made good investments. But then again, like I say, that's why boxing needs a union. That's why boxing needs someone. Now, Al Heyman tried to help the fighters, trying to help them invest the money, invest in something, but it's just not. A lot of people don't get that done. Floyd, he got a lot of help from Al Heyman. Al Heyman liked Floyd, but you got other guy like Adrian Broner. Al Heyman don't really care for him. All right. So Adrian Broner, so he want all his money right away and spend it up on jewelry and partying and all that. But he need to make some investments. And so I'm talking about land, something that won't depreciate. All right. You buy a car. I mean, you buy a Bugatti, that motherfucker gonna go down a few $1,000s. So you hit the motherfucking pavement on the street. Cause soon you driving off the lot. Well, maybe not a Bugatti. I'll take that back. Right. Maybe a Chevy or Dodge or some shit. But cars depreciate. Land don't. And that's why I always say, I want to invest in some real estate. My father got land down in Arkansas. It's just sitting there. Nothing. We pay a guy to cut the trees now, right? You can keep the lumber, and he get money off of that, whatever. So, I mean, land, all right? You can't go wrong with land, all right? Your land, you can build things on there. You can put things on there. But when you have a house and you lose the house, you got a lot of children, which is not, hey, I mean, that's his choice, but, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes you got to fight who you can fight, so, but it's all good, though. What's going on, Sports Hub? I see you, all right? But hey, we all respect Holyfield. I think we do. I think that's why we're concerned about his health, all right? What's up, Mr. Tiptoe? All right, we got another call. We got 832. Talk to the singing OG.
I just wanted to laugh at the Oscar Valdez situation a little bit more.
Okay, can you speak up a little bit? I can't hear you, sir. All right.
Well, I just wanted to laugh at the Oscar Valdez situation a little bit more.
Okay.
So, like, how is it that when Deontay Wilder supposedly said that there was something wrong with his water,
it's impossible that anything could have happened to his water at all. But Oscar Valdez can drink 3 Red Bulls worth of steroids and not even notice it.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right.
I mean, I drink 1 Red Bull, and I think I would notice if I had 1 Red Bull worth of caffeine. So,
right.
I think if I got to add 3 of them at the same damn time, I'd probably be like, shit, what the hell y'all putting in this tea?
Right. Cause you be racing. Right. Cause you be racing, and and it's a pick me up, so. But he was putting on, and he was losing weight, but still keeping the muscle. And also, they said it was a masking type of steroids too. So now Nevada came out and said he was tested positive for other things. That wasn't the only thing, So hey, but look, like you just said, if you drink a Red Bull, right? Somebody give you a glass, pour the Red Bull in there without the can, and give it to you. That ain't water, right?
Even if it tasted like water, your body still feels like, yo, like,
yeah,
I'm on fire right now. Like,
right.
I'm going Super Saiyan right now. What's going on?
Right. You go out.
What's up?
Right. That's right. You go in the backyard, do about 25 backflips and shit. You like, what I'm doing this for? I get you. Yes, sir. I get you, man. Yes, sir. What's your name again, my brother? Okay. Okay, Ken. All right. Hey, I appreciate you calling, man. Yes, sir. All right.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'm gonna do that. All right. And thanks for the call, my brother. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't hardly hear him, but I heard him, but basically. What's going on, Mr. Tip-Toe? It's in the building. All right. So, but Kenny Pete, what's going on? Just when we thought Canelo was the only one who had the judges in his pocket. Yeah, you're right. Like I say, I don't know how they choose any judges. Well, kind of, but everybody end up being kin of somebody. I don't get that. I just don't understand that. All right. What's going on, Robert here? All right. All right. My man. What's going on, my man, Randy? What's happening, baby?
KQ, what's going on with you? What's going on with you?
Not much, baby. Not much, man. Just trying to put that grind in, baby. Putting that grind in.
Good call.
Yes,
good call. Good call. Good call last night. Good call.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just gonna talk about old Oscar.
Okay.
Everybody know what that play was last night.
Right.
With Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward. They told them, just like they do when you go on your job.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep talking about this, you need to go look for another job.
Yeah.
So you need to start curving this in another direction and stop fanning the fire and let it die out unless you want to find another job. So then they start walking it in the other direction, and you ain't gonna hear nothing else from them about this no more. They ain't got nothing else to say about it all of a sudden. The showboat, everybody talking about the showboat.
Right.
What's the difference in what he was doing than the Ali shuffle?
Right. Right. Exactly. Right.
Showboat.
That's what I'm saying. See, it's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong. It's no like you hit behind the head. You can't do that. But it's no rule. It's no point deduction should be taken for showboating. Showboating is not a foul. So I don't get this whole thing. I mean, I understand that he should have took it seriously more because you're fighting a champion in his backyard, and the showboating could have waited till after the fight, celebrate it. But you fighting in a championship fight, and you got to go after the champion, and and all the clinching and all the showboating, that's not gonna give you the win, So. Yeah.
Not with a guy that's already favored, but I can kind of see where he was coming from with the showboat. He was showing them that your so-called champion cheated. Y'all stood up for him, and
right,
beating him convincingly, and still, he can't win. So I'm beating him, and I'm showing out on him. It's almost like when Sugar Ray would be beating you, and then he'd do his little bolo thing where he winds.
Right, that's what he was doing.
He didn't do that when he was losing.
Right,
He did it when he was winning.
exactly.
He he got it in the bag.
Right.
So
that was.
I think they did. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that was the issue I had with Conceicao. He had control of the fight, and he knew he was in control of the fight. But then he went to the showboating, and it's kind of like his energy was kind of like, faded out. And I think, well, that's what they pointed out to. That's when he started, losing rounds or whatever. But that's full of shit. All right. He was pretty much fatigued, was setting in a little bit, and he was getting his second win, but you can't get in the point deducted for showboating, but it is what it is. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
And the way I didn't watch the fight, but the way you call the fight, you can kind of close your eyes and actually see the fight. So from what you was calling, I mean, I don't see how he was losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I said, I think that the showboating thing was kind of to take the kind of distract us, because if you notice, they always try to do the bait and switch with us. If they trying to hide something from us, they'll throw something over here and get our attention and look over there while the real thing is going on over here. So they didn't really have nothing else to talk about. So they bring attention to whatever they can bring attention to. That's what I think it was all about.
Yeah. But a lot of guys showboat. A lot of guys showboat, and especially when they got control of the fight, they win it, and they know it's an easy win. And a lot of guys do that. Whine, the old Sugar Ray Bolo, and hit you with the left while you're winding up the right. I mean, a lot of guys do it. It's nothing wrong with that, as long as you take control of it and keep control of the fight. Now, I prefer later on in the fight than earlier, because you're gonna give him more time to come back. But so, but yeah.
I'm with you on that. With you on that.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my brothers about that, and I know they're gonna be listening to me. I was talking to them about that Holyfield, and I was telling them, man, Holyfield, I watched his workout. And, I understand perfectly clear now. Make that perfectly clear. I understand this is an exhibition. It's not a real fight.
Right. Entertainment.
It's not gonna count. And they got oversized gloves. They're doing all the precautions so that nobody get hurt. I definitely understand it.
Right.
But when I watch Holyfield work out, man, it was sickening to me, because I love boxing, and he just looked like he lost, man. He looked like he just ain't got it.
Right.
And what I was trying to say was, to me, he don't even look like he can entertain as an exhibition. He just, he was on the mitts, and like he forgot it was a 1-2 right hook, and then he had a 1-2 left hook.
Right.
He forgot it was a left hook. The man said, no, man, go to the left. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
He got to when he was shadow boxing, man, he looked like me or you in that shadow boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was saddening to me, man. And I hate it. Came down to the point where he got to prostitute himself right now for the money. You know what I mean? I just it's frustrating me. It's frustrating me, OG.
Yeah,
it really is, man.
Yeah. I feel you, because a fighter like Holyfield, and back when he was younger, and he dominated and everything, and it might have been your hero or mine or whatever. And see, that's what I mean by this exhibition shit, right? Because you have a favorite fighter, and their last fight left you in your mind of how great he was. Then he comes back 10 years later, and you be like, damn, man, I thought he was the greatest fighter in the world. But but he's old though. But then again, he is in a boxing match, and this is the last impression of you get of him. You know, this is the last impression of him, you know, and that stick with you. You're like, man, I don't know. I was cheering for this guy. Oh man. So that's why I say sometimes you mess up your legacy by going in there and doing that monkey shit, you know. So, you know, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. It's almost like, and I hope don't nobody take this personal when I say this. It's almost like when Muhammad Ali was at you know how he was shaking with his Parkinson's disease.
Right.
He got in the ring to do an exhibition. Who would want to see that?
Right. That's
what I'm saying?
That's sad.
You know,
yeah.
I see it, it's like making a marker out the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the way I see it with Holyfield, man. It's like I said, it's just I don't really want to be entertained by that, man, because it's almost like he's just making a marker out of him, man.
Right.
Making a marker out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, man. But I ain't gonna hold up the line. Let somebody else call in because the show's going pretty hot today, and nobody scared to call in today. So I'm gonna let somebody else call in and see what they got to say, and we'll talk to you later, brother.
Okay. All right. Appreciate your call, Rand. All right.
All right.
Okay. Take care. All right. Yes, sir. Hey, good call. Good call by Randy Smith. Randy Smith always got some good calls and does make sense. And we, you know, Holyfield, you know, damn good fighter. And you know what happens tonight, I hope everything is okay with him and everything. And hopefully, you know, he make a little money and, you know, and still don't, I ain't gonna say embarrass himself, but, you know, we still could keep him up there in that boxing Hall of Fame, you know, and we still look at him as the real deal Holyfield, you know. So, I mean, that's what it is, you know. So, but, you know, one thing I can say about Holyfield, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Frazier, you know, none of them guys that I know of use PEDs, you know. I mean, yeah, back then, you know, you had the mob running a lot of fighters and making them take dives, you know, but never seen nobody get shot in the ass with a steroid or bumps all on their goddamn back. You know what it is, all right? So, I mean, and they know how they got anybody. You can lie to the cows come fucking home, but you ain't nobody gonna sit there and drug you, okay? Because that was the next lie coming, right? You know that. So, but we'll see how the future holds. We're gonna see how history judges Valdez. I'm talking history coming in next week and the week after. Now, Tim Bradley, he said this also that look, Valdez won tonight, but then again, he still got to face that crowd out there, that negativity out there, and which is true, which is true. You know, you still ain't explain how that shit got in your system. And right now, I don't think he gonna ever explain it unless somebody come out, rightfully so, and ask him that. Now, I don't want to hear that shit that I'm not a drug cheat, that I sit there and I work hard. Everybody work hard, you know. Everybody work hard. Everybody play hard too, you know. So talk to me, Lala D. What you talking about, sister? And she said, I want to see what Lala Ali got left. I wish we could get 5 rounds. Ali versus Ann. Oh shit! Not Ann Wolf. Shit. Ann Wolf, man, knock her out the ring and out the stadium. All right, Ann Wolf is man. She a beast. But you know, Ali said she can always do 4 rounds. So 5 is a good challenge for her. Well, I hope so. You know, I hope it goes that way. All right. Now we got Isaiah Jones in that chat. Yes, Layla Ali. You know, she's a businesswoman now. Layla Ali. She got a little money, and I appreciate you, Isaiah Jones. All right. Thank you. So I guess Layla Ali don't want to pretty much get back in there because she's had a couple kids and everything. She has a family now, and that chapter of her life has been put behind her. Now, her and Clarissa Shields, they was going to try to set up a fight, but they could never get the money right. Because Layla Ali, she was asking for, man, a big payday, and haven't fought in I don't know how long, but still, all in all, hey, that's what happens, So that's why I said I'm not mad at Clarissa Shields. I'm not mad at her for going over to Sky Sports, because Sky Sports cater to what? The UK. And the UK, they love boxing. They invented boxing. We just perfected the bitch. That's all. But they respect women boxers over there. They pay the women boxers over there. So I'm not mad at her. Get your money. All right, because Clarissa Shields did everything under the sun over here in a short amount of time. Pay that girl. Pay her. All right. Now Amanda Serrano, yes, she's doing great, but she's not getting the payday that she should be getting. I mean, let's be honest. It is what it is. She's not getting the payday that she should be getting. Yes, sir. Now, talk to me, Lala. You said KQKC. Kenneth is close friends with Ann Wolf. Oh, is he? Okay. I'd like to talk to Ann Wolf too. You know that? Big Texas. All right. I would love to talk to Ann Wolf. I work at Ann Wolf Gym here in Austin for years. Okay. Man, I would love to talk to her. All right. So because I would like to talk to her with her training methods, because she's old school, and where she trained her fighters is old school, and I want to know how she felt about the fight with one of her fighters. Well, he was an ex-fighter at that time who got brainwashed by one of his friends. I mean, he had one of his friends in his corner that was a friend from high school, but he didn't know what the fuck he was doing because he got him knocked out. Okay. All right, we got 301 in the building. Yes, sir. Talk to the singing OG.
Sing a song then, OG.
Well, send a super chat. What's happening?
Man, I ain't trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, you dig?
This will be Dre the Fighters, baby.
Well, you know it.
Yes, sir. What's
Man.
going on, Dre? Talk to me, baby. Huh?
Man, I'm just holding fast, man. I had to go pick up stop the job I was at and go pick up my animals that getting lonely. Get taken care of better than I do.
What kind of animals you got?
Shit,
okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man,
the Holyfield, man. Man, the real deal.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Evander Holyfield. Yeah.
Man, you both now watch this whole career. We the same age.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, hey, dirty guy do good.
Well,
He shouldn't in that position, but man, what can you, man? Do what you gotta do, man. Just don't go out there and get hurt, man.
Right.
He been in this, man. He done gave us 20 years in the sun.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
He's talking about the Olympics, amateur. Yeah, but he looks slow. What would you expect? He's down there 60.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, go ahead.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that Bob Arum, he was alluding to that too. That he was 60 years old, but he was concerned about his well-being. Since when Bob Arum concerned about anybody's well-being, but I think that was nice say that. But I think Holyfield know what he's doing. I think
he's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
He's gonna be all right.
Yeah. Exactly.
He feels he in danger. He's not to take a knee.
Right. Exactly.
Time up.
Right. And I don't think he's trying to be no macho.
It ain't a real fight.
You know?
Exactly.
It ain't a real fight.
It's entertainment, right? You know, so. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I listened to you call that fight last night, man. But how did them guys look, man?
Which one? Valdez.
Yeah.
Man, Valdez's face was beat up. Yeah. Man, it was beat up bad. Yeah.
That's his name, the junkie.
Yep, the junkie. Okay, yeah, the junkie face was, man. I mean, it was beat up from the flow up, baby. And I'm talking about these are from jabs. Because Conceicao had a lot of great jabs. And he pretty much bust him up in the face. All right. And I'm talking about, we ain't talking about the 10th round. We talking about around the 4th and 3rd round. He started getting beat up. That face started turning red like a clown and shit, right? Then next thing you know, he got a cut over the right eye. That's from that overhand right. That overhand right got him under the left eye. So, I mean, then he started hitting them and going everywhere, and his whole motherfucking face is beat up. I mean, man. And they came in, the doctor came in the dressing room and looked at the cut, and he gonna need a couple stitches, but then see, that's what I was telling Drew Titan this morning. You got to look at Conceicao on one side and Valdez on the other, and you can tell me who the winner is. But still in all, he got busted up, but he had a scapegoat, and that was one of the judges. So it could have went to a draw if they did the right thing, but it didn't. So yeah. So, but yeah, that man, his face was busted up. With the Flores Jr. fight, his face was busted up. So hey, I mean, it is what it is. So yeah. And these Holyfield, yeah, he's fighting tonight on TERRE. Yep. You know what? I really don't know. Okay, I'm not calling the fight, so I don't know.
You ain't calling?
No, I'm not calling. Huh? Yeah, I might watch it. Yeah, I might watch it. Yeah. So it's what, $50? I think pay-per-view, but I'll probably stream it or something like that. So
hit me up with the stream location, man.
Okay. I do that. Yes, sir. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just getting off the highway.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. You were driving last night, weren't you?
Man, I had to go back to the job, man. I told them people, man, not to do something. They did it anyhow, man. Right, man. Y'all clean that shit. Y'all clean that shit up, man. I tell them, no plumbing in the house. There's no plumbing in the house.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not,
right.
I got houses. I ain't messing with it, man. I'm gone.
Right.
I got to bring 1,500 in here. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm just coming back for.
Oh, okay.
Benny.
All right.
This my stick man here, man. He old man. Benny is 22.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, look, he come down the steps, KC. Look, I keep telling you, the last 3 steps he come down, man, he miss them every time, man.
Damn.
If it ain't the last 3, it's the first 3. Man. He get that bottle. I'm just sorry for my man.
Man.
Fight going bad, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta put a pamper on him, man.
Man.
It's your boy Pamper Bar.
Yes, sir. Pamper Bar, he sit on his slick ass sitting next to Canelo last night. Yeah. So, but I appreciate your call, Dre. All right. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey. Okay, peace and love. All right. Okay. Now.
Peace and love to the chat.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Peace and love to the chat. I'm Dre the finest. All right. Peace out, Dre. All right. All right. Yes, sir. Now, I was looking at Jeffrey Arcese saying suspicious. Valdez knocked out Burchak, but had trouble with this guy. And let me tell you why, Jeffrey, reason why he had trouble with this guy is because of that outside jab. Now, I'm not going to say that Conceicao got the blueprint, but one thing about it is this, that Shakira Stevenson, and also Jamel Harrington, they know now that Valdez can't fight when you're on the outside. Valdez always have to reset. Now, if you use some lateral movement, he's gonna pretty much pick up his feet and move over with you. Then he got to set, get ready to put the earmuffs on. But if you move again, he gotta put the earmuff down and move with you. You know, he can't come and fire like that. Now, the reason why he couldn't get Burchak out of there, because Burchak wasn't fighting him on the outside like he should have. See, Burchak didn't have that long reach. You know, he didn't have that long reach like Conceicao had. Conceicao had that long reach, and he kept him at the end of that jab. All right? So, yes, sir. 704 Joe. Yes, I got to talk to Ed Wolf. I don't like to talk to her. I know she's not a Clarissa Shields and everything, but she is a damn good fighter and a damn good trainer. You know, and you know, amen. Like I said, she's old school. She trained old school. You know, she don't believe in all that, all the weightlifting and shit. She just sit on a motherfucking wagon and goddamn let you push up that wagon. You be the horse, goddamn it. She got that whip on your ass, whop, whop, and you carrying that wagon like, you know. So, but hey, you know, she old school and she can fight. Now, if her and Lady Ali get into it, man, Aaron Wolf will whoop that ass again because she won the first time. All right. What's going on? Charles Mylan is up in the building. He said, salute, OG. Yesterday was one of the biggest robberies in boxing. Austin Valdez got the brakes beat off of him. ESPN commentary is the worst in boxing. I'm ashamed to be an American after yesterday's robbery. Goddamn Charles Mylan, tell me how you really fucking feel. Tell me how you feel, baby. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was a robbery. And that was a very disrespectful robbery. Because, like I said, that was Mr. Maurice Suleiman, who is a governing body official and also the chairman of the WBC governing body. And on top of that, he had his cousin judging the goddamn fight. All right. Now, of course, you got Top Rank. This is a top rank event, top ranked fighters. But hey, one thing about Pepper Bob, he don't know what's going on between the WBC and Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is with Top Rank. Canelo Alvarez is independent. All right, you got Ryan Garcia. He with Golden Boy. You see, they all got different promotion companies, but at the end of the goddamn day, they are still getting the same goddamn pick me up. Mr. Feel Good. All right, and that's what's going on with these motherfuckers over there at that camp. Over there at that daycare, over there at that motherfucker on gym, you know. So hey, it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. But you know what? I hope this will bring attention to what's going on in the sport of boxing. I mean, maybe somebody should make a documentary about cheating and the suggestions of cheating. You know, somebody can do that and make it go viral. I mean, everybody hit the like button on that hole. Right, and that way, everybody can get out what's going on with this, you know. So, but anyway, we're gonna take another couple calls, and I'm pretty much, since I'm going on tomorrow. Okay, so we'll take a couple more calls. All right. So we got 2 more calls, and I call in the morning. I know y'all busy, got a lot to do, and last night was a long night. Well, the fight was good though. I mean, the fight was real good. You know, Zayas, you know, the young guy, the young man. Let me say that, okay, because he is still young, but he's still 19 years old. He got a reach. You know, he got the height. you know, and that reminds me like Nike Tommy. Nike Tommy is tall. He got that reach. He got that standard jab, right? He know how to keep you pretty much at bay. And sometimes, you know, Oscar Valdez and Lopez, you know, these guys that's shorter than their opponent, they try to get inside by using head movement. All right. Remember, the head moves and the body don't. So what they had to do, and Nakatami did that, he went down to the body. All right. Okay, we got another call. All right, we got 704 in the building. Talk to me, 704.
What's going on, OG? This is Roderick.
Hey, what's going on, Roger? What's going on, Mr. Low? What's happening? Talk to me.
I love the show yesterday, brother. You be doing that shit.
Okay, I appreciate it. What's happening?
I just want to touch on this real quick, brother. Not to get too deep, but I think what's been happening in boxing and just in general the last couple of years, I think it's important for brothers and sisters to understand the value of instilling in our children, in the words of MC Reverend Jesse Jackson, you are somebody.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
Because what's happening is they get on camera, they get on YouTube, and they just feel like, you know, the necessity to try to feel wanted or be a part of something.
Right.
To fit in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, when you're dealing with racism, and I'm not going to get on that because I know I don't want, you know, that's not what you do, but that's kind of what's going on. Mm-hmm. But when you're dealing with racism, racism is the product or is the offspring of the word hate. And what you have to understand is when a motherfucker hates you, it don't matter how much jiggaboing and how much dancing and how much selling out and bucking you doing.
Thank you.
They still not going to appreciate you. And matter of fact, the more sense you make, you feel me? The more sense you make, and the more reason you make, the more you make them mad. See, because Martin Luther King was talking about holding hands with everybody, and they knocked his head. They assassinated him in front of the world.
Right.
So I just really think it's important that we just have to sometimes you have to bet on yourself and sacrifice. And these young brothers and sisters, they just need to do their own thing because what happened last night was a mockery, and it was so bad after when they went into the locker room. Canelo told the young man, "You wouldn't have thrown enough combinations." Basically, he told him, "You got your ass whipped."
Right.
And and that's just bad. But that's all I really want to talk on, man. I love your show, and thank you for the good work.
Okay, hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, that's a good call, dude, and I appreciate it. You know, Jesse Jackson. You know, he's doing he's doing not too good right now. You know, he has Alzheimer's. You know, and he's real sick right now, you know, so, you know, pray for him. Yeah, he's really barely walking and everything. So, you know, I mean, that's life, you know, we get older and, you know, so, but hey, good call, brother. Good call. All right. So, and I appreciate it. All right. Thank you. All right. Yes, sir. That was a great call. That was a great call, you know, and sometimes, you know, we need to hear that, you know, because sometimes we get to the point where, you know, and I don't mean to keep harping on this, but I am. All right. Now, we got some creators that's trying to cater to Mexican people. All right. So they can get the views. All right. Okay. Well, I'll finish. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. We got, my man from what's going on? Talk to the singing OG, baby.
KQKC, what's going on, OG?
Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? What's going on, Renee Boxing Young? Y'all always check him out. If you haven't subscribed to him, make sure you do. All right. Talk to me.
What's going on, man? Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much. I was tuning in earlier. I was just doing some things around the house. You know, kind of busy right now, but you know, there are lots of things to talk about, obviously. But when it comes to, you know, oh my gosh, it's just so much about the Valdez stuff, right? And you know, but what's going on tonight? I mean, I just kind of want to give my 2 cents on that at least, because I honestly didn't watch the Valdez versus Conceicao fight. You know, I didn't think it was. And in my humble opinion, I know a lot of people watched it because, you know, they love boxing and stuff, and I do too. But I just think think it did it. Yeah, I don't think Valdez deserved views. You know what I'm saying? Because of what happened, the whole thing. Whether he's guilty or not, it's just too fishy of a situation. You know what I'm saying? All due respect, you know, Valdez. I hope he comes back. That's the thing. You know, I hope he cleans up. I think all fighters deserve second chances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully he cleans up and gets better. I kind of think that. Remember when like a day after he popped dirty, he did like a video, like a 1-minute video in Spanish and in English.
Right.
And yeah, and he talked about how many times he's been tested throughout his career and blah blah blah. You know, I personally think that was a scripted thing he was saying there, because it looked like he was looking to the side of the camera a little bit. You know, it looks like it was all memorized and scripted, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I just don't think he was worthy of watching. Hopefully he comes back though, man. But concerning the thing, it kind of got my attention when you guys were talking about, you know, Evander Holyfield, right, versus this other guy, Vitor Belfort, or whatever his name is. You know, fighters, you know, just generally speaking, I understand, man, and it goes deep, because Holyfield, I understand, man. If he's coming back for the money, I get it. But the problem is, it goes way back. You know, you come to, when you grow in life, you know what I'm saying? The older you get, the more we mature, obviously. And when it comes to finances, a lot of these fighters, unfortunately, and you know the story, KQKC, historically speaking, when it comes to fighters, you know, in their careers, they need financial maturity, man. They need a team that really, you know, orients them and helps them and guides them to have, you know, financial security for their futures after retiring. Unfortunately, Holyfield didn't have that, and I don't. You know, I don't do the excuse stuff, man. I grew up as a person, you know, very, you know, I just don't take excuses. You know, you got to get up and do it for yourself, and you're going to take responsibility and actions, and you have to take accountability for your screw ups. I mean, that's life. You know what I'm saying? I just said it recently. When it came to Oscar Valdez popping dirty, I said, well, you got to man up to your freaking what you did. You know, be a man, step up to the plate, and accept the consequences. And one of the consequences is devalued reputation, which is to the floor right now. So he has to build up once again. He has to build up from zero practically. Yeah. You know, but why am I saying this? Because, you know, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, all these guys, man, Adrian Broner, the list goes on and on. Okay. Unfortunately, they were full grown men, bro. You know, when they started getting successful, when they started becoming real, you know, money makers and champs and on top of the world, where the heck was their team? They were grown men. They had no excuse. What did they decide to do? Go out and party, waste their money, blow it away. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses in life. We reap what we sow. And when it comes to Evander Holyfield, I'm just saying this in this aspect and in this respect. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, because we love Evander. And this is not to, you know what I'm saying, to downsize Evander Holyfield, but that's exactly what happened. What happened when Mosley, he didn't know when to retire. He kept fighting, you know, and now Evander Holyfield's coming back, you know what I'm saying? Pac-Man, he keeps fighting. More than a year ago, bro, I made a video talking about Pac-Man should retire. And I was seeing the signs. Like, dude, you're overdoing this thing. Triple G has to know when to retire.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if they keep fighting, they're going to go downhill, and then their legacy will be tarnished.
Bingo.
You know?
Yeah.
And like what you were saying a moment ago, like Evander Holyfield has come back. I love him. I get it. You know what I'm saying? He needs the money, but that's his fault, man. I'm sorry. I just got to say it that way. That's his fault. He didn't know how to manage his money when he was younger, you know, and we're not talking about too young here, KQKC. When he was in his prime, when he was making millions upon millions, how old was he? When he was sleeping with all these ladies, getting all these kids.
Well, yeah, he was in the third,
That's his fault. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the reality of life, and it sucks. And it's sad to see him back. Horrible in the mix. Slower than Joe Joyce. It's just freaking horrible. And this whole Triller stuff, what are they talking about? Freaking Donald Trump commentating? What the heck's going on here? And now I saw yesterday. I just saw yesterday that they're talking about bringing in Obama, bro. For the freaking Teofimo versus Camboso. This is ridiculous. A bunch of nonsense, man.
Obama ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't. And check this out. Trump said, if I'm not mistaken, along this stupid hype stuff or this whole bag, Trump came out and said, if I remember correctly, he said, oh, you know, if Biden wants to, I'll knock him out in the ring. Are you kidding me, man? What the heck is this nonsense getting to? I'm not going to watch that nonsense, man.
No.
I mean, I respect those who watch it. It's great. But Oscar De La Hoya coming back, I can care less about all this stuff, man. It's just a bunch of buffoonery. And
exactly.
That's the issue. That's the issue, though.
Damn.
Mayweather did it right. He you know, love him or hate him, Mayweather did it right. Andre Ward did it right. He retired at the right time. He had his head, he had his freaking, you know, the screws in his head tight. You know what I'm saying? They knew what they were doing, and they have no excuse. They're not saying, oh, you know, you know, the baby, my girlfriends are straying me away, the partying. No, they were disciplined and, you know, full grown men, you know, and that's, those are role models, bro. You know, love them or hate them. Like I'm saying, you know, with Mayweather, I get it, but you know, they know what they're doing and there's no excuse. And they retired young at a right age, at the right time, bro.
Right.
Because had they kept fighting, here comes the L's, man. Here comes the L's, and your reputation is gonna start going downhill. Hey, KQKC, man, I love it. Yeah, I gotta go, bro. Hey, but thank you so much, man. I love the phone calls, and to chat. Thank you so much, KQKC.
All right, thanks a lot, my brother. All right, appreciate you. All right, yes, sir. Yeah, he's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing I'm saying. You know, you got a guy that's your hero. Then you get in there and you see him fight. You be like, God damn. He ain't like I thought he was, but he's older now. He can't do the things like he wanted to do, you know? It's a pull counter, they call it. Floyd used to use that all the time. He used it all the time when he fought Marquez, but he tried it on Jake Paul, and that didn't work because he was slower. He's older, and of course, Jake Paul was bigger. So a pull counter that you get back and you come back like that. All right, that's called a pull counter. So Floyd, that was his bread and butter for a while, you know, but it didn't work because he's older now. He's not fast with it like he used to be. The pistol right hand ain't there like it used to be. I mean, sometimes we get older, but we got to know when to say uncle. That's what I'm saying about Manny Pacquiao. Renee Boston Young is right. Pacquiao, listen, stop being a bitch. Stop crying. All right, call it quits. All right, stop asking for a fucking rematch. Now they talking about December, January, and you guys stop entertaining that shit. All right, just say, look, hey Manny, I would rematch you. You're a good fighter and everything, but I'm moving on. All right, I'm moving on. Stop entertaining that shit. Because Manny Pacquiao is the type of motherfucker. He's still crying about the Floyd Mayweather fight. So he's going to be crying about this shit from that damn till he's 50 years old. You know, so, I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to know that, hey, look, you know, I ain't got it no more. I should have whooped his ass. That's what Manny was saying. Well, hey, I beat guys up like him. Yeah, you used to. But see, you older now. So you're not going to do like you used to do. All right. I'm older now. I'm not going to do the things like I used to do. All right. But they don't get it twisted now. I'm still a motherfucker. Right. But still, I know I'm not going to sit there and do the things I used to do. You know, so it is what it is, you know. So we got Roger Frolic and that bam. Wow. All right. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Mr. Frolic. It's in the building. All right. We got time for one more call. All right. One more call. If anybody interested, call me up. Call them and tell them what you want. Call them and tell them what you want. All right. Just call them and tell them what you want. All right. But overall, you know, hey, it was a good night of boxing. It was. The undercards was great, you know, and we got a chance to see a lot of young prospects yesterday. And but okay, we got the last call I was asking for. So all right, here we go. All right, we got 305 in the building. Talk to me, 305. Yes, sir. All right, talk to me, baby.
What's going on, OG? This Cotto Local Sports, baby.
Hey, what's going on, Cotto Local? What's happening with you, my brother? Yes, sir, this is Cotto Local, man. Hey, y'all ain't subscribed to him. Make sure you subscribe to him. Good brother. Good brother. Yes, sir. His name ring bells from around the circles of the LWC. So, you know, check him out. All right. He's always on different platforms and he got his own platform. So, all right. So check him out. What's going on, Cotto? What's going on with you?
I just heard you touched up a little bit on Xander Saez, and you know, if you didn't mind, I see one more call. I said I better get in on Xander then. You know what I'm saying? He is a young prospect. Look, he did what he was supposed to do yesterday. He won every round, but I had a lot of critique from him, man. I had to be harsh about it because when he was fighting in mid-range, he kept getting hit with the same punch. That's a red flag that they gotta fix. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Also, he looked like he punched himself out at a certain point of that fight.
That's what I said too. Right.
And I think, and I know the camp personally, so You know, so I'm being rough. I got to be rough. You know, this is the truth, and the truth sometimes hurts.
Right.
Yes, Centeno, who is his trainer and quarterman, he's did an excellent job up to now with Xander Zayas, but it is time to bring somebody more experienced to join the team, not to move Javier Centeno away. He could still be on the team, but to bring him in as another set of eyes with more experience to start bringing him to another level where he needs to be. Because right now, if he stays with what he's got right now, he's going to stay stagnant. Wow. And that's not going to do him any good. Right. You understand what I mean?
Right, exactly. Okay.
Now, he did show he got a chin. He did show he got hard and all. He showed a lot of good things. I have to say the bad with the good, though, because I have to be fair across the board with it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like the kid. You know, he got the height. You know, I mean, yeah, he's still 19, but, you know, he got the height. He got the fundamentals, you know, and like I say, he need a lot of work. You know, he's still, you know, I mean, every fighter don't learn a lot, but he's still, you know, he's still a good fighter. You know, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He getting them out of there, and he walking to him, and he throwing in combinations. You know, so so far he's doing pretty good to me. You know, so
no doubt. I ain't gonna hold you lying on, man. But hey, shout out to Chad. I see Mike 202 in there. Shout out to my brother.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the almighty LDVC. Appreciate you, OG.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Thanks a lot. All right. Thank you. All right. Peace. All right. All right. Well, that does it for the call-in show. And I got one more announcement to make. All right. Not tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow. Okay. And I will be on tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. But next Sunday, I will be doing a new call-in show. Not call-in show, I'm sorry. A new show with Knockout Boxing 86 TV. All right. We will be changing platform. We'll be going to his channel one week and back to my channel another week. All right. And it should be a good talk. And we pretty much going to be talking about the same, you know, world boxing issues. And that should be lit up. All right, because he has a good channel. He knows his boxing, and I wanted to pick someone that that's not have no ties to nothing and able to do certain things. It's only an hour and a half show, and it's once a week, and so it should be a good combination with me and him. Okay, so we will be starting doing that next Sunday, but I will be on tomorrow. But next Sunday we're going to do that. Okay. So, hey, after Saturday night, I think we might have a lot to talk about on Sunday after Saturday night fights. Okay. So, but like I say, I think that'd be a good collab with both of us. I mean, he's a good family man, kids and everything. So, and he speaks his mind and he knows his boxing. So, and like I said, he don't have no ties to no one. So, and I appreciate him. I appreciate him. He's a good dude. And he's not controversial, but he does speak his mind and know his boxing. So with that, I'm all good with it. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Hey, appreciate you renamed boxing. All right. And I appreciate everybody that came in today. All right. So hopefully we'll grow my channel and we'll grow his channel and we do it simultaneously. Okay. So with that, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all last night. I appreciate everybody in Super Chat and I'm Cash App. All right. No more PayPal. All right. So, but I appreciate everybody. And with that, I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning because Monday, my mother's having surgery. So I have to be there for her. Okay. So, you know, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, Gravy Davy. Yes, I do. All right. And look, we have some good calls today. And actually, you know, it wasn't a bad fight card yesterday. Just the main event, you know, just got robbed with a box cutter, right? Not a pistol, a box cutter, a cave knife, you know, a butter knife, right? I say cave knife. They don't even see that no more, do they? Cave knife. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks, Renee Boston. Yes. It's the same day surgery, but you know, she's older and anything can go wrong, you know, especially with that, you know. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate that, Snake B. You know, so, and like I say, just me and my parents, right? Well, in Chicago, right? So so I gotta look out them, be my parents. All right. So yes, sir. This would be first Sunday show. But you know, it's just a special edition of KQKC on the Sunday until next Sunday. Then it would be me and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. So with that, if you haven't subscribed to KQKC, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so. And I appreciate everybody for coming in today. And shout out to the almighty LDBC. And shout out to all my supporters of the channel. We had a good talk, good call-in show today. And with that, that's all I have for you. Until tomorrow. Yes. All right. And I'm quite sure there's going to be some news going down the pipe today. And plus, I would love to see Oscar Valdez's face right now. I'm talking about after he put on his clothes, got his shower and shit. I would like to see that piece of face motherfucker right there. I'm serious, right? Man, I would love to see that. But anyway, thank you all. And I appreciate it. I appreciate Mala D, everybody that came in today. All right. Now, hope have a great Saturday. Keep your asses out of trouble today. because so with that, enjoy your day. All right. So talk to you later. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace and love to everybody. And I greet you with the ancient word of peace. Assalamu alaikum.